There are places you only travel to in dreams, places where the ordinary rules of the world don't apply. For 5-year-old Ellie, this wide, gray hall was a place of perfect silence. Lined with cracked mirrors, it seemed to absorb every sound she made. But in her dream, silence wasn't empty, it was simply waiting to be heard. Then she saw him, tucked away in the corner, a little boy no older than herself, clutching a dark wooden violin. His shoulders were slumped, his head was down. He sat in a stillness that felt heavier than the marble itself. He looked like loneliness had become a solid thing. And then the faint thump-thump of her own heart was the only thing she could hear. He raised the bow, took a deep, shaky breath, and drew it across the strings. His fingers moved perfectly. The action was flawless, yet nothing. Not a whisper, not a scratch of sound. Just the visual of music, playing out in agonizing silence. The look on his face was one of utter defeat. He quickly lowered the violin, the embarrassment in his expressive eyes too much to bear. Ellie didn't hesitate. She didn't have to think about what to do. She simply walked over and knelt down beside him. A golden light, no bigger than a halo, began to glow faintly round them. Ellie softly, comforting.
It's okay. Maybe the song just needs someone to listen.
He finally looked up at her, and the raw sadness in his gaze was like a punch of truth in the quiet hall. Boy quiet, vulnerable.
No one ever listens long enough.
A simple sentence, a profound admission, not of a broken instrument, but of a silenced heart. Ellie didn't try to argue or fix anything. Instead, she closed her eyes and began to hum, a slow, soft tune, the lullaby her mother sang to her every night. Her gentle voice wasn't just sound, it was an act of pure belief. As the hum echoed faintly across the great hall, a shimmer of gold rose from the floor, pulled upward by the simple, unconditional melody. And then the violin in the boy's hands began to vibrate, not because he was playing, but because he was being heard. He lifted the bow again, and this time, a single, soft, hesitant note rang out. It was frail, but it was alive. It was the sound of a seed finally breaking through the earth, after a long, cold winter. With that first note, something shifted. The boy's sadness lifted, replaced by focus. He began to play, slowly at first, then with increasing confidence. Ellie hummed along, her voice the anchor. For his strings, their sounds intertwined, not like two instruments, but like two ribbons of light, swirling in a beautiful, impromptu duet. The music wasn't just for them anymore. It was a key, unlocking the history of the lonely hall. Every cracked mirror on the wall suddenly flickered to life, showing not their own reflections, but glowing memories of other children who were now smiling, laughing, and playing their own silent instruments. The music was a warm amber wave, rippling outward, healing the echoes of isolation. He smiled, a real, brilliant smile that reached his eyes, even as tears of pure joy and release finally slipped down his cheeks. He realized then that his music hadn't been trapped by a broken instrument. It had only been waiting for a believing listener. Ellie smiling.
See, you were never broken.
The duet theme swelled into a full, powerful orchestral melody. Notes of light detached from the strings and floated upward, like thousands of tiny, glowing lanterns being released into the sky. The hall, once pale gray, was now brilliant with gold and pink tones, shimmering with the sound of their shared creation. And then the audience arrived, silhouettes of dream children, all those faces from the mirrors, appeared in the warm light. They formed a silent circle round Ellie and the boy, swaying and clapping in rhythm. It was a celebration, not just of the music being played, but of the connection that had finally made it possible. The violin, that sad, silent piece of wood, now emitted a soft, internal light. It wasn't magic, but symbolism. The belief that Ellie had offered had awakened the sound that was always within him. He wasn't playing for himself anymore. He was playing for the sheer, bright joy of being heard. The music grew so vast, so powerful, that the roof of the marble hall simply dissolved into starlight. The sound flowed upward, a brilliant, cosmic wave, dissolving the boundaries between the dream hall and the endless night sky. It was a moment of infinite possibility, powered by one small girl's empathy. He stopped playing, a blue and gold halo of light surrounding them both. He looked at Ellie, his hand placed simply over his heart. Voice sincere, heartfelt.
Thank you for hearing me.
The hall began to fade, dissolving into a soft, white mist. Only Ellie and the sound of the glowing duet remained. The music grew faint now, not disappearing, but echoing like a cherished memory that would never be lost. The boy himself faded into a gentle light, and the violin's final, perfect note lingered a tiny, bright sparkle. It floated gently on the air, touching Ellie's chest and sinking deep into her heart. When someone believes in your song, silence turns to symphony. Ellie woke up instantly. She wasn't holding a violin, and she wasn't in a marble hall. She was safe in her own bed, her hands automatically pressed over her heart. It wasn't just a dream, though. From the folds of her sunflower quilt, a faint, peaceful violin tone hummed, a tangible reminder of the gift she'd given and received. Morning light spilled through her window. The world looked golden and bright. As she looked out, the air around her seemed to shimmer faintly, as if the beautiful music from the dream still lingered, woven into the very fabric of the new day. Ellie smiled. She had listened, she had believed, and in doing so, she had helped someone find their voice and learned that her own empathy was a force of nature. It's a simple truth, a quiet song, a powerful message that resonates throughout our lives. Children thrive when someone believes in their voice.